My name is Elena Castellanos, and today I will be presenting on my spring honors project. For our project, we had to create a literature review, so I will be reviewing some of the topics I talked about in my review. I specifically talked about ovarian cancer and different treatments regarding ovarian cancer. Ovarian cancer is known as a silent killer because many of its symptoms cannot be recognized in the early stages of the cancer. Some prevention methods that can be found with ovarian cancer are birth control, hysterectomies, eating healthy, exercising every day, but however, many of these preventions don't actually work. So once the woman is actually told that she has ovarian cancer, there are various treatment plans that she can take. Many women, once in their latter stages, and the most effective treatment are hysterectomies. And what hysterectomies are, it's the removal of the uterus. But there are actually very different types of hysterectomies that a woman can choose from, depending on her own type of cancer and how aggressive her cancer is. So the two that I'll be focused on today are bilateral salpingo-orectomies and unilateral salpingo-orectomies. So I'll be talking about two different types of patients. So first we have patient A. And patient A has been told that she has ovarian cancer in her left fallopian tube. And the doctor tells her that she must take it out. However, the patient has told the doctor that she would like to become pregnant later in her life. And if she has a hysterectomy, that means taking her whole uterus out, this will prevent her from being able to get pregnant in the future. But if she has a unilateral salpingo-orectomy, it'll only take out one fallopian tube and one ovary, and this will allow her to later on have a child. However, just because they say that you can have a child due to the fact that you also have one ovary and one fallopian tube, it's not certain that you'll be able to have the child. And many of the symptoms that come after the surgery are just as bad, and it's also not a given that the cancer will be completely contained after having the surgery. The next patient, patient B, is a patient very different from patient A in the fact that they're in the latter stages of their cancer. And ovarian cancer has now spread into her fallopian tube, her ovary, and her uterus, and if not contained, will spread into her lymph nodes. This patient's treatment plan is going to be very different from patient A in the fact that she's going to have a bilateral salpingo-orectomy. And what this means is she's going to have to take out her whole female reproductive system. This means the uterus, the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, the cervix, the whole reproductive system that would allow her to have a child is going to have to be taken out in order to prevent it from spreading into the other parts of the body. And by doing this, she will go through premenopause. So what this means is she will go through the symptoms of not being able to have her period, not being able to bear children, and for a lot of women, this can lead to depression, PTSD, and a lot of women then have to go to counseling and therapy for the emotional factor of the symptoms after the surgery. And this is something a lot of women don't know about when they initially say that they want to have a bilateral salpingo-orectomy. And from what I found in my readings, I noticed that there are not a lot of papers and research regarding the symptoms that come from both of these procedures, which was very shocking to me, seeing that they have such huge effects on the patient mentally and physically. And I believe that if a patient decides to have either a unilateral or bilateral salpingo-orectomy, they must be given the proper knowledge beforehand, knowing what exactly they're going to be going through and the symptoms that will come from having the procedure. I believe that this may have happened, the lack of research, due to lack of funding that is allotted to ovarian cancer. Many other cancers, such as breast cancer, lung cancer, are allotted so much more money for further research, for further treatment, further prevention, that other cancers that may be less known, such as ovarian cancer, acute lymphoma, are not allotted. And by not giving them proper funding, it's only hurting the patients. And in conclusion, I believe that if a woman decides to have either unilateral or bilateral salpingorectomy, she should know that this is a last resort because of the fact that there is lack of research in the symptoms of the procedure and that it's not 100% certain that it will contain the cancer. And in conclusion, again, there are many prevention factors, there are many treatment factors that go into ovarian cancer that need to be given more research and more money so that more doctors and researchers can continue on with the research so that women can be given the best care possible and live better, longer lives. So thank you. My name is Elena Castellanos, and this is my Bio Honors Literature Review video. Thank you.